our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. At the guard spots, Wilson, Cunningham, and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5. Shots good by Duren.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Young, good.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Cunningham looking around. Thompson outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young playing.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
Pass to Thompson, 5 to shoot. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Young pass to Johnson. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Rebound, Detroit. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Young against Ivy. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Shots good from Young.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Duren sets the screen for Harris. Pass to Ivy. To the inside. Duren drops in the layup for 2. Duren's got 6 points.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And here's Young on the arc. Duren pulls it in.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
The Hawks trail by 3. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Jalen Johnson, great.
And here we go with the coach's challenge.
2 shots after review. The NBA rule.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on. Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Cunningham outside. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks trailing. Young pass to Daniels. Porzingis with a screen on Ivy. Out to Porzingis. It's Young on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. Young, no good.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the need just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Ivy passes to Harris. Fires for 3. Detroit, no good that time either. The Hawks They've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. All right, legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit. There's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Harris setting the pick for Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either. The Hawks leading. And Young kicks to Daniels. Porzingis with the ball, picked up by Harris. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson a screen on Johnson. Harris dishes to Thompson. To stop the drought, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Out to the wing. That's to Porzingis. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
And they're also drawing off the energy from this crowd. It is loud in here tonight.
Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. And it's Cunningham into the point guard position. Out to Porzingis. Here's Rizichet, guarded by Harris. Porzingis finds Johnson. Young in the corner. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Brooks leads the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Pistons ball.
And Detroit has possession. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he uses the glass on the layup. Daniels has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Johnson against Harris. Back to Duren. Thompson looking for an opening. They get it again. Harris against Johnson. Pass to Duren. Here's Ivy. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Atlanta. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
A nice shot by Harris.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Johnson dishes to Young. Rizichet in the corner. Pass to Johnson. Now Porzingis for 3. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Johnson with the rebound.
Oh, just a little too cute on that one, and it cost him.
Young passes to Johnson. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Rizichet. And the dunk by Ricochet.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see, and it came this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Duran sets the screen for Ivy. Can't hit from in close. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and he's good on the 3-ball.
3 points.
Harris has got 8 points.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
And the dunk by Ricochet.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Thompson against Young. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Daniels kicks to Johnson. Young dishes to Daniels. Porzingis with a screen on Cunningham. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over Thompson. Good D by Thompson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Porzingis. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead, up by 1. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks so much, Chris Stapps.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Jalen Johnson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
And you are going to see this defense now switch things up against him, but he has the skill set to counter that.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there at Kennard. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Newell. And it's Krejci in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Reed the pass to LeVert. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Caris LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Guys, back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Hollins kicks to LeVert. For the tie. Detroit, no good that time either. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Newell. Here's Krejci. Lays it up off the glass. Detroit's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Robinson for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Krejci. Now, here's Kennard. And he jams it with authority.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
LeVert the pass to Robinson. There's the screen for the 3. Krejci with the rebound. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out. That one drops for him. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now here's LeVert. D right on him. Reed kicks to Robinson. Another shot. Reed. Back to Jones. Launches a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Pass to Krejci. Here's Alexander Walker. LeVert defending. And he goes in for the dunk.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
There's 37 seconds left in the third. Pass to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Three-pointer, LeVert. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hawks lead by... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Pistons. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Harris steps in at the 4, with Duren at the center spot. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. Here's Daniels, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he just bangs down the one-handed.
2 very easy points right here. Daniels against Cunningham. Into the lane, and Cunningham with the slam.
And just too fast. Cunningham slices right through him.
Atlanta leading by 7. High post Young. Latrine. Detroit with the rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Duren the pass to Cunningham. On the wing, Thompson. Ricochet with the steal. And the jam by Johnson.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Cunningham for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
So explosive. Get used to seeing a lot of that from Ivy. Wow.
Porzingis. Oh, the dunk.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, and the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustment.
Duran with a screen on Daniel. Cunningham. Porzingis pulls it down.
And that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
Now, Reza Shea. Here's Young. Porzingis sets the pick for Young. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Duran. Thompson. Johnson rips down the board. The Hawks leading by 11. Fires the 3. That does not go. The Pistons have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And it's good.
It's hard to defend Ivy on the perimeter. Get up on him, and you're risking the blow-by, sag off, and he's got room for that jumper.
Outside Daniel. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drop.
If you get that much daylight, only one thing is on your mind, a strong finish.
Johnson outside. Daniels against Cunningham. On the wing, Daniels. Now Johnson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Duran with a screen on Daniel. Here's Thompson. Porzingis pulls it down. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Well, certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over. And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Yeah, I think it's time to wave the white flag.
And he jams it in. Jacks up a 3. That's off. It's Ivy. Puts up a 3. A three-pointer. Good.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Young with the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters.
You have to be impressed with their assist totals.
Oh my goodness, yes. No hero ball in this one. These are two groups that are focused on moving the ball and getting as many high percentage looks as they possibly can.
So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. And it's Diabate in at the center position.
Wow, the opportunistic Bridges sees you falling asleep defensively. Up and over the top he goes.
Porzingis with a screen on ball. Young, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Young. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back over to you, BA.
Thank you for that, Allie. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Young, and makes it with the kiss. Young's got 6 points.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
And it's Ball off the drive. Pass to Bridges. Here's Diabate. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Here's Miller. No good there, off the double clutch.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson a screen on Miller. Back to Johnson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Really good passing wing. Rizachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Miller with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. The shot comes out. Rizachet with some nice D. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And Ball throws it down.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Ball with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. For 3, Bridges. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Johnson a screen on Ball. Pass to Johnson. And Johnson slams it in.
He's so dangerous in that action. Nice decision there from Young.
And with new ownership and a new front office, some hope that the Hornets can get going, Doris.
Well, they need to, BA, because it has been a long, slow history of a lack of success, and that can really wear out a fan base. Here's what we know. In the modern NBA, you have to begin with great ownership, and then your front office has to make really smart decisions. Draft well, make key trades, the acquisition of key veterans, and then your coaching staff has got to buy in. So much goes into this.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Johnson a screen on Ball. Young, the pass to Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. Clock at 6. Some solid defense from Williams.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
They set a pick. Johnson against Miller. On the take. 3-pointer, Bridges. They get it back. Here's Diabate. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Well, this is a big part of his game, creating offense for his team off the glass.
Johnson a screen on Williams. The kick out to Johnson. Fires.
Times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Atlanta on top. They lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of passes.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge.
Shooting for Charlotte, Miles Bridges.
The ruling on the floor stands.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Ball surveys the floor. Wide open. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Miller outside. And there's the drive. And Young pulls it down. Atlanta leading by 6. Pass to Porzingis. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Johnson a screen on ball. Young from long range. The rebound by Bridges. Hornets trail by 6. Diabate's shot is good. Diabate's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Wow, boy, Miles Bridges showing you that he's not just a scorer. How about that pass setup?
Here's Daniels. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Johnson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw misses. And the second free throw is good. Hornets trail by 7. Here's Bridges. Ball outside. There's the screen. And he lobs it up.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
For 3, Porzingis. Ball with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Outside Rizachet. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. They set the pick. Here's Ball. Ball ventures inside and converts.
How about LaMelo getting quickly to that floater game?
Young against Ball. Pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Miller. Williams on the wing. Miller outside. No good on the triple.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Stolen by Miller. To the middle. Here's Diabate. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Johnson.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game.
The ruling on the floor stands.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Second free throw, no good. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Back to Williams. Pass to Diabate. Inside. 6 to shoot. Here's ball. LaMelo sending it.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now Risache. The 3. He drops it from range. And the Hawks lead by 5.
And you see how dangerous Risache can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Pass to Diabate from 20 feet. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Atlanta on top, leading by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Fans, get ready for some high RPM with amazing stunts from your pocket bike. Arena Entertainment.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Luke Kennard out there with Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Newell. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu. And it's Krejci in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. So hits 1 and misses 1 at the line. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Sexton. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You can see the explosive athleticism. That caught the eye of NBA scouts. Sexton with the dunk.
And one of the standout skills for Colin Sexton, that little floater in the lane.
The floater is an invaluable tool for virtually every guard in the league because when you touch the paint, generally speaking, you have bigs rotating to you. But there are a lot of things to love about Colin Sexton. This guy is so intense defensively, a tremendous competitor, and he's really trying to grow that jump shooting aspect, which will be critical.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Brian?
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Hornets trail by 6. From down in the low post, it goes. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Colin Sexton, early in his career, has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll, good decision-making.
Okongwu, a screen on Green. Back to Alexander Walker. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Hornets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Green, the pass to Sexton. Pass to Salah from deep. Knocks down the long J.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
And it's Kennard on the take. Here's Krejci. Picked up by Okongwu. With the drive. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Plumlee a screen. Sexton finds Green. Here's Knipple. No points yet. Over Kennard. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Alexander Walker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Hornets. It's a 5-point game. To the inside. Slam! Dunk by Plumlee.
Well, the team has got to be thrilled to see Colin Sexton work the pick and roll game and find the open teammate.
From downtown, a nice shot by Krejci. Krejci's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Boy, nice pass, a little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Sexton. Plumlee, no good. The Hawks lead by 6. Kennard into the lane. And here's Okongwu for 3. Knipple with the rebound. For Charlotte, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. And there's the screen. Drives to the hoop. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Knipple's got his first points of the game.
You're showing he's not just a shooter. Knipple, the rookie, with a nice take.
And it's stolen by Plumlee. Pass to Sexton. Plumlee a screen. Sexton with it. Now Okongwu defending. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Out to the right wing. Well from outside. Rebounded by Green. Hornets trail by 4. Now the Hornets moving it up. And he jams it home with authority.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Out of bounds, it'll be Hawks ball. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there off the inbound. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Hawks on top. They leap. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Charlotte, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Grant Williams, and it's Diabate in at the 5. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here, and it's a completely new group for Atlanta. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, "You're just chucking up the first three you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work." Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Ball throws it down.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Young with the bucket.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Diabate. Counted from distance. Diabate's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
A nice shot by Young.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it. My goodness, that's just too clean a look. He takes full advantage.
Nifty stuff from Trae Young.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Daniels against Ball. Williams, a screen on Daniels. Ball into the lane. Hit his leg. It's being called a kicked ball. Six on the shot clock. Now Bridges. It's stolen by Johnson.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Here's Young. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's Daniels with a drive. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Outside ball. There's a screen. Releases from 15. Young with a rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Daniels. Johnson a screen on Miller. Now Johnson. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Now Bridges. Porzingis there for the rebound. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul of the game. Ball against Daniels. Williams, a screen on Daniels. Oh, LaMelo with the teardrop.
Well, LaMelo Ball relishes these moments. That young man has no fear.
Johnson outside. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter.
And a solid pick to free him up with a dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
And the execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play. LaMelo Ball is never rattled. Doesn't matter how close the score or what the situation. This guy unafraid of big shots.
Daniels against Miller. It's Daniels with a drive. Banks it home. Big shot.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's the pick. Here's Diabate, defended by Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball. Jams it home.
LaMelo Ball showing off that facilitation. That is pretty pick-and-roll basketball.
Porzingis with a screen on Miller. Outside Porzingis. Young looking around. Porzingis sets a screen. And he commits the intentional foul.
Team first.
Up top, Young. Pounded by Ball. Porzingis nails does it.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Ball left side for the win. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Rizichet at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And there's the foul. It's on Grant Williams. That's his first foul. Porzingis with a screen on Miller. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Charlotte is shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Oh, the slam! Off a fantastic lead pass. What a play!
That's just great recognition by LaMelo Ball. The pinpoint accuracy makes it easy for his teammate.
Miller against Daniels. Outside Porzingis to take the lead. Can't get it. The Hornets with a lead. Stripped it away. Here's Johnson, and stolen by Williams. Here's Diabate. He gets it to go.
Oh, he is red hot right now. Defense has got to lock in.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. He's checked in for Johnson.
Number 7, the kid, Alexander Walker.
Outside Rizichet. Now Porzingis fires the 3. Oh, KP with the 3.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Here's Bridges. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
There's a minute 40 left in overtime. Young against Ball. Young up top. Porzingis with a screen on Ball. Just 3 to shoot. Daniels! Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Here's Diabate, defended by Porzingis. Outside Ball. Here's a floater. Nice! That one's good.
But the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Porzingis with a screen on Ball. Here's Daniels. Cashes it in!
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Crucial possession right here.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
Ball against Daniels. Up top Ball. Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it.
Well, one guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
And they committed an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who
And until somebody grabs a rebound, Greg, two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Williams at the 3 spot.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach told me, quote, our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball. He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Miller surveying the floor, driving the lane. Clock at 6. Here's Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Count that one.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on. And last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
Now, here's Ivy. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Thompson against Bridges. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got his second bucket.
Nice little floater there. Soft touch.
Ivy with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
That one goes in.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jump.
Out to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Thompson finds Cunningham. Harris outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Ball against Cunningham. A floater, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Great touch there from Cunningham. He's so skilled.
The drive-by Ball. Plumlee doesn't go for him. Great defense that time from Duran. Harris against Bridges. Stolen by Ball. Bridges deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. Rebound, Detroit. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Williams, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
And so is Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Kevin, back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well-balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Bridges a screen on Cunningham. Ball no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Duren no good. Hornets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Bridges. Pulls up from the corner. Duren pulls it in. Pistons leading by 4. Back to Cunningham. And the 3-ball is good. Cunningham's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
Ball no good.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
And Duren slams it in.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Thompson. He takes it in, and Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot, on the run, I see her tough to catch.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. To end the run, Ball. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. 1:37 left now here in the second. Here's Ball. The teardrop falls in. Ball's got 8. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatchback pull-up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Bridges misses. Detroit leading by 14. Harris inside the line. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Plumlee, no luck. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Hornets trail by 14. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And Miller throws it down hard.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Cunningham for 3. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Well, Cunningham, offensively, he can hurt you in so many ways. And he's got it all working tonight.
Out to Bridges. It's stolen by Duren. There's the lob for Harris.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Yoru. He's out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Diabate in at the center position.
Oh, a tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference. Yeah, give it to Sexton. He can get up and finish.
Robinson for 3. Hornets with the rebound. From deep, Green. Here's Knipple. Off target at the rim. Pistons leading by 13. Robinson kicks to Reed. Back to Robinson. This one for 3. Knipple with the rebound. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And here's Sexton. He has 5. And Jones pulls it down. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. LeVert the pass to Reed. Back to LeVert. Takes a 3. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hornets trail by 13. Now here's Sexton. And there's the drive. Here's Diabate. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Reed. Collins kicks to Robinson. They set the screen. Launches it. Connects from three-point range. Robinson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Sexton slams it in.
Well, Sexton likes flexing on the defense from time to time. Great job scoring through contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Outside Robinson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hornets trail by 13. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys, back over to you.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. For Charlotte, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And Duncan Robinson, one of the more efficient three-point marksman coach in this league.
Yeah, look, Kevin, Duncan Robinson built his game around his three-point shooting, and the threat of the three has drawn more defensive attention, and Duncan Robinson has learned to make plays for other people based on the defense that he sees a much improved all-around basketball player.
LeVert the pass to Holland. LeVert with it. They set the pick. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Detroit making a switch here. Quinman's checked in. The Hornets on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. A floater. That one's good. And the Piston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Sexton.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A nice shot by Reed.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
At the line for Detroit.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Shooting one.
It can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Thompson driving to the basket. And so it's the Detroit Pistons ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've played the better game so far. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this. Fourth and final quarter. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Bridges kicks the ball. 4 on the clock. Great look there, but off target.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this down.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Sexton, he's checked in for Charlotte. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team, and he was adamant adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Curran sets the screen for Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Out to Harris. Sexton against Ivy. Count that bucket. And the Pistons lead by 16.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Paul with a wide open look. No good again that time. Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Duran a screen. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Lets it go from 14. Charlotte no good that time either. Pistons leading by 16. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Off target from outside. For Charlotte, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 16. Sexton. The long shot, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Cunningham against Plumlee. Shoots it. Takes advantage. That J is good.
Yeah, and Cunningham is one of the more difficult players to guard in that pick and roll.
Cunningham against Ball. And he drives in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Count it.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
The graceful touch on the floater. Ball making it look easy.
Cunningham against Ball. Pulls the trigger. That one is off. Hornets trail by 16. Takes it inside. Oh, the slam dunk.
And there's that athleticism. Man, does Ball get up fast for that one.
Now, Duran. Ivy. Outside Cunningham. Beyond the arc. It's off. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Pistons.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Here's the floater. Now here's Bridges. Ball. What a finesse finish on the way-in.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Here's Cunningham. From long range. No good. And so the Pistons take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love
centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. Now here's Young. And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Young. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, there's Trey Young getting it done inside.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Duren. Back to Cunningham. Duren the screen. And here's Ivey from the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Well, Tim, despite their youth, the Hawks have been able to remain pretty competitive.
Well, when you look at this lineup, you see a lot of length and versatility, and that's where this league is headed. So they are creating a roster for positionless basketball.
Here's Cunningham, following the score by Atlanta. Count it.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trey Young. Coach told me Trey is an offensive savant, but we have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and hound him on every possession. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Now here's Young. Johnson a screen on Ivey. Young, the pass to Johnson. The kick out to Young. Daniels outside. Clock at 6. Takes it inside. And it's good. 2 points.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Ivey goes in. Cunningham outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Thompson. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Atlanta leading by 6. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Johnson a screen on Cunningham. Pass to Risache. Daniels outside. Driving to the basket. Thompson with some nice D.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Quickly becoming one of the most feared defenders in the game, Tim. Dyson Daniels.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, Brian. Daniels is always engaged. Every second he's on the court, and he's right there lurking for a deflection or a steal.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Down low to stop the drought.
Lockdown defense by Porzingis. When he moves his feet to get in position, his length is unbelievable. Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
Harris passes to Duren. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. Porzingis sets a screen. Young, the pass to Porzingis. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Young. Back to Risache. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Porzingis for 3. Duren with the rebound. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Cunningham. Porzingis grabs the board.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends. Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, BA. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special. These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Cunningham. Still no points. There's the 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Porzingis. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. The floater. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Inside. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Harris, a screen on Daniels. Here's Cunningham. The rebound by Atlanta. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Young.
Who's watching here?
Porzingis with a screen on Cunningham. Young, the pass to Daniels. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Young. 5 points in the game. Daniels passes to Porzingis. Fires the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
To the paint. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Now here's Risache. For 3, Porzingis. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris on the wing. 3-pointer, no good. The Hawks lead by 9. And in the first year of a 5-year, $150 million extension, Jalen Johnson, a key player for his team moving forward.
And he's coming off that shoulder surgery, an injury which ended his season prematurely, and he's a lefty, so hopefully that won't be an issue going forward.
Let's not forget he's Milwaukee tough. So it's Atlanta now, following the 3-pointer by Detroit. Back to Risache. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
Now here's Porzingis. 7 points in the game. Oh, and he got fouled up, and they want a second opinion on that call.
Is overturned.
At the line for the Hawks.
Place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the official.
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action.
The ruling on the floor stands.
NBA NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
Duren, the screen. To the middle. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Ivy outside. Driving in. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And this is what makes Ivy special, his ability to finish with power at the rim.
Young finds Daniels. Back to Young. Outside Porzingis. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Young. Stolen by Ivy. And they're on the run. Here's Cunningham. Rebounded by Johnson. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And here's Cunningham outside. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. Well, these teams are going to have to.
The previous play.
They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got it.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And B.A., you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Hawks on top, leading by a point. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Jaden Ivey has done in this game.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We've got a Kongwu, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Newell, and it's Krejci in at the three, small forward. All right, Tim, let me get your thoughts on this NBA rule change. End of quarter heaves don't count toward a player's three-point percentage.
I love it. My paycheck directly reflected my shooting percentage. So we've seen players purposely let that thing go a split second after the horn. I think we should encourage guys to try to make that shot.
Nothing better than the false hustle, let it fly after the buzzer went off. Not anymore, though.
Absolutely. Very, very true.
Drains the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And here's LeVert for three. Newell pulls it in. The Hawks have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Kennard passes to Krejci. Back to Kennard. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Three-pointer off the mark. Detroit has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And Tim, we've heard Hawks players in the past saying this team lacked an identity. You think one's emerging?
Well, offensively, they're still centered around the playmaking of Trae Young. And defensively, they're starting to establish a culture.
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul.
After review,
And look, it's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Hawks trail by 3. Okongwu, a screen on Robinson. And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
And the Hawks with possession here. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Kennard. Now Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. Here's Newell. Kennard for 3. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Robinson for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Outside, Alexander Walker. Robinson against Okongwu from 8 feet. No good off the glass. The Pistons lead by 3. Pass to Jones. Back to LeVert. Down low.
2 minutes remaining.
Reed, no good.
2 minutes.
Atlanta's gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Robinson for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half, 2 for 8. When Vik Krejci made his NBA debut in 2021, he became just the 5th Czech player in league history, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he's really interesting. Great skill, and he's 6'8". He shows playmaking instincts, and the last few seasons, he's really shooting the ball much better.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Outside Robinson. It's stolen by Okongwu. Alexander Walker, the pass to Kennard. And the Hawks with another 3.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons.
Once again, for your
Pistons trail by 5. Cunningham up top, covered by Alexander Walker. And that one's good. Cunningham.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. The Hawks lead by 3. Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Porzingis up top. Fires for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Ivy. The rebound by Atlanta. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Johnson passes to Porzingis. On the wing, Daniels. The kick out to Young. Pass to Daniels. Here's the 3. Doesn't go that time. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Hawks at... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Harris and Duran together in the middle. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Porzingis with a screen on Ivy. Outside Porzingis. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Outside Rizachet. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Outside Rizachet. Daniels outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Rizachet. Jacks up a 3. And the Hawks with another 3.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Harris outside. Duran with a screen on Johnson. Here's Harris. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Stolen by Ivy. Ooh, poked away. Gets stolen by Johnson. On the wing, Daniels. No good on the three. Pistons trail by 9. Cunningham finds Harris. Now here's Cunningham. Risache covering. Duran the screen. Ivy! Can't hit it. Atlanta leading by 9. Young fires! Cash! Trae Young with a triple.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
And they call an illegal screen here. Well, Lex, when we talk about current players, who are the guys you want taking the shot with the game on the line right now?
Well, certainly the tried and true like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You can't go wrong there. Or a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Here's Johnson.
2 minutes remaining.
Daniels. Oh, the long ball, no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Daniels fires. Yes, sir, with the three.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Outside Cunningham. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And here are the Hawks now. They're on a 12-3 run. Now Young. Johnson a screen on Cunningham. Outside Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Hawks.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Daniels, a one-handed jam, rocking the rim.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Johnson with the rebound. And Atlanta has possession. A 12-point game. Outside Porzingis puts up the tray. It's cleared away by Thompson. Young. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up?
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. for Grant Hill.
looking forward. You're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizichet. And it's Young in at the point.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock, he's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
Porzingis sets the pick for Young. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
There's the lob to Bridges. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
And here's Young from the arc. The Hawks again can't hit.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Now Daniels following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Daniels. Porzingis kicks to Daniels. Young against Ball. Second chance shot, and it's denied. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Ball, a screen on Johnson. The kick out to Ball. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Daniels finds Rizichet. The Hawks working the ball around. Young against Ball. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Rizichet. They could use a bucket. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Daniels with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside, Ball. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Pass to Salon. Clock at 4. Sexton for 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Young. That misses, and he's 0 for 4. Hornets leading by 5. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Daniels against Ball. Elbow shot is on the way. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
And the poise Sexton has is impressive. Dependable at bailing out his team in some tight spots.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Atlanta making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. The Hawks trail by 7. With the drive, the layup missed. Pass to Salon. There's the pick. Here's Diabate, guarded by Risache. Here's Alexander Walker.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Bridges a screen on Daniel. To the right side. Here's Diabate. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game play. Here's Johnson, the dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Miles Bridges.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Porzingis sets the pick for Johnson. Back to Porzingis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about Porzingis? Shrugging off the contact. Work in the weight room, paying off.
The Hawks shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Pass to Diabate. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And the horn signals the end of the first, and not a lot of scoring yet in this one, Clark. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Colin Sexton. He's out there at ball. And it's Diabate in at the center. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And spacing is so vital. But Clark, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick and roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense.
Here's Risache. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. Porzingis with a screen on ball. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Alexander Walker.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Over to the left wing. Diabate, a three-pointer, no good. Atlanta is shooting only 31% their offense, really struggling to put possessions together. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Kevin?
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise. Yeah, if you give Risache a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And so here's Charlotte following the bucket by the Hawks. There's the pick. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time, calling his own number.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from outside. The Hornets with the lead. Ball finds Sexton. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Daniels. Pass to Rizachet. 1:32 left to play in the first half. Now Daniels. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Hornets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Sexton on the wing. Pass to Diabate. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Dyson Daniels.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellows inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Here's Daniels. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Johnson. Lets it go with a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
There's Ball with the 3, and that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks ahead, they lead by a bucket. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
And get ready for the fan at courtside.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. A 2-point game. So, GA Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Okongwu is out there with Noel. Then it's Nakia Alexander-Walker. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Krejci in at the 3 slot. Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. With some nice D. Charlotte shooting 47%, pretty solid. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And you know, for Miller, his passing is probably the most valuable and overlooked part of his game.
Young against Miller. Inside. The kick out to Young. They set the pick. Right wing. 5 to shoot. Kennard, the pass to Young, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So it's the Hornets now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Miller, the pass to Plumlee. The kick out to Williams. Plumlee with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Williams, that's good. And now a 4-point Charlotte lead.
For Williams, those inside. Points are critical. I mean, I think he's most effective when he's getting points everywhere.
Here's Krejci. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Krejci's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Green. Plumlee with a screen on Young. Green, the pass to Plumlee. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Williams can't hit. Hawks shooting well. They're at 45%. And Okongwu slams it in. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And stolen by Okongwu. And here's the break. Here's Krejci, driving in, down low, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Krejci, guarded by Green. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Plumlee with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Miller surveying the floor. Newell pulls it in. The Hawks leading. And Young kicks to Okongwu. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Okongwu's now got 5 points now in the quarter. Now here is Miller. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
52 seconds left in the third. Miller finds Green. Plumlee with the screen. Green, the pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Up top, Okongwu. The kick out to Young. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. Miller bouncing with some flavor to the rack.
Young pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. And stolen by Miller. Green with the ball. Just his first attempt. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Hawks lead by 3. We've got more in store. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Young. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. All out there with Sexton. Then it's Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Pass to Salon. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. They get the rebound. Outside for Sexton. No good from outside.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Ball. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Charlotte moving it around. Sexton for 3. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Six to shoot. Pass to Diabate. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Alexander Walker. Johnson the screen. Going inside. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
The drive-by Ball. Porzingis with the steal. You know, here we go. Rizash's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Sexton. And down goes the 3. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes. They're coming away with a lot of steals.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Now, Alexander Walker.
Hornets foul. Diabate. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Porzingis. Johnson outside. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Ball against Daniel. Outside Ball. side, Sexton. Now ball. Bridges fires. The three is off. The Hawks leading by 9. 1:21 left in the fourth. Stolen by Ball. Bridges with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Ball, and he does not hit. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniel. Now Porzingis for 3. Good.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
The big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Porzingis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebound.
Porzingis pulls it down. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Screen by Porzingis. And here's Daniels. Outside, Porzingis. Off target from outside. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And as always, Al.
like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Graham.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duran together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Count that bucket.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
Cunningham against Ball. It's Cunningham with a drive. Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
Assisted by
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Ball against Cunningham.
Well, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Harris, a screen on Sexton to the inside. Harris misses.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Throws it up high. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
Now here's Ball. Diabate. Good on the bucket.
LaMelo Ball loves creating for his team. I love the look right there. Just so easy to play with.
Here's Ivy. And he goes in for the dunk.
Unbelievable. Ivy living that life above the rim.
From the stripe. The kick out to Williams. Ball outside. 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Ball's got 6.
I think one of the things that makes LaMelo Ball so dangerous is his confidence. The jumper is pure.
Back to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Ball. Cunningham, after missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Bridges on the attack, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Wow, the ability to fend off that defender and take contact, still finish it. Go ahead, Miles Bridges, do your thing.
Ivy finds Harris. Thompson, a screen on Bridges to the paint. And there's Thompson on the assist by Harris.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Sexton. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Curran with a steal. Inside, here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Dan. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Guys, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. And Ball throws it down.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Cunningham missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And yep, that's going to be a flagrant one. Unnecessary contact.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Into the lane. Here's Diabate, and down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hornets out in front, up 6. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
They've got Miles Bridges, Colin Sexton out there with LaMelo Ball. Then there's Grant Williams, and it's Diabate in at center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Here's Williams. It's good, and the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Ball against Duran. Here's Diabate. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Diabate's got 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And when it comes to adding sizzle to the steak, just watch LaMelo Ball, Doris.
I love that, B.A. Certainly, entertainment is a big aspect of this young man's game. The fancy dribbling, the no-look passes, the range on his three-point shooting. He alone can be worth the price of a ticket.
Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Ball. Rebound Detroit.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Thompson passes to Duren. Duren with a screen on ball. Ivy. Williams grabs the board.
Good idea trying to draw the foul. Very creative, to say the least.
Oh, deflected. Duren with a rebound. Pistons trail by 10. Here's Thompson. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. Just misread that pass completely.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Duren with a screen on ball. Here's Cunningham. Harris, a screen on ball. There's Cunningham with a three. Gets the three to fall. Cunningham's got his second basket.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Pass to Diabate. Back to Ball. Bridges, a screen on Thompson. Ball. In tight, LaMelo. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Here's Sexton. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Here's Ivy. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Here's Sexton. Pass to Diabate. Rebound Detroit. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ball against Thompson. Harris outside. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
Here's Sexton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw good from Sexton.
Well, Colin Sexton, I mean, great athleticism, unbelievable quickness, but there is an intensity that pours off this guy nightly that you have to admire.
Here's Harris. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second. Harris a screen. And here's Ivy from the arc. It doesn't go for him. That'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Karis LeVert is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Paul Reed, and it's Klintman in at the 4. Outside Robinson, 6 on the shot clock. The 3 ball, pure from 3-point range.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Fires from deep. Miller can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 6. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller. Boy, you cannot put it in a much better spot than that. Wow.
The drive by Miller. Pass to Plumlee. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Plumlee's got his first points in this one.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Charlotte leading by 6. Here's Plumlee. Outside, Green. Miller outside. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Cuts off the pass. Here's Knippel. He's checked by LeVert. And Salong gets it to go. And now it's an 8-point Hornet lead.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Outside Robinson. The teardrop, and LeVert with a bucket on the assist from Robinson.
Now, this is yet another example of the growth of Karis LeVert. You almost have to have that floater game in your arsenal.
Plumlee, a screen on LeVert. Pass to Knippel. Basket counts. And the Hornets lead by 8. For Detroit, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson in the post. LeVert outside. Clock at 6. Count that one. Reed. Reed's gotten his second bucket.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Plumlee, a screen on LeVert. Miller, the pass to Plumlee. So it'll be 2 free throws. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the official.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Here's Clinton, guarded by Miller. Back to LeVert. Pass to Reed. Lots of room. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Reed's got 8.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
Miller, the pass to Plumlee. Back to Miller. Launches it. Ooh, LeVert with some nice D. Pass to Reed. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter here. Robinson gets the bucket.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
He can't get that one to fall. Ooh, LeVert with some nice D. Klintman. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Some impressive scoring and still a quarter to go. Who will gain the up? All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer to... Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Diabate in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And the shot goes in.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed. A great burst on his drives.
Here's Ball. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down.
And Ball gets it to go.
Sometimes your only option is to go to the floater, and that is money.
Duren, the screen. Cunningham passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Here's Ball. Bridges against Harris. Oh, there's the alley. Cunningham passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Duren, the screen. Cunningham with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Outside Cunningham.
I love big guards. And Cunningham.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to...
After review, the ruling on the floor stays Cunningham.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Duren flushes it down with both hands.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
Ball into the lane. Oh, he jammed it.
Well, LaMelo Ball relishes these moments. That young man has no fear.
Duren with a screen on Ball. Here he goes.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Outside Ball. Sinks it in the post.
Boy, how about that assist from Grant Williams? Really nice vision.
Outside Harris. Ball against Cunningham. Now Duren. Harris right side. And a one-handed slam.
Each year, it feels like Harris becomes more and more versatile. He's really working to get others involved.
Attention fans, now on the court is your host squad.
Plumlee checked in for Charlotte.
Number 22, Mason Plumlee.
Now pass to Williams. He finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Point-blank range for Grant Williams makes the play.
Cunningham. Ooh, Cunningham making moves inside.
And you can tell Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on the situation. He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Harris is screen on ball. Now Harris. Stolen by Ball.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Harris there for the rebound. And the Pistons with possession here.
Oh, big finish! Oh, did you see that? Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Oh, wide open, but couldn't capitalize.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Duran against Plumlee. So we see the Pistons get the win here.
That's the end of the game.
Exceptional effort on the road. They were